For today's discussion, we will be tackling about Module 1 in Geography 2. This module is entitled Introduction to Geology and Geologic Time. Under our discussion content will be the use of notation for geological time, history of geological time scale, and the relationships between eons, eras, periods, and epochs. Apply basic geological principles to the determination of the relative ages of rocks, and explain the difference between relative and absolute age dating techniques. First, we have the use of notation for geological time. In geological time, we have three units of notation. We have Ka for kiloannum, which is equivalent for thousands of years. Ma for megaannum, which is equivalent to millions of years. And Ga for gigaannum, which is equivalent to billions of years. For example, 3.2 kiloannum is equal to 3,200 years. 1.5 megaannum is equal to 1,500,000 years. And 17.6 gigaannum is equal to 17,600,000,000 years. According to Stephen Earle, in his book Physical Geology 2nd edition, we use these notations to describe geological events. For example, the birds lived from 75 megaannum to 10 megaannum, which is 42.5 million years. Next, we have the history of geological time scale and the relationships between eons, eras, periods, and epochs. This is Nicholas Steno. Nicholas Steno, in 1669, founded stratigraphy, which is the study of layered rocks. This study has two basic principles. First is, the sedimentary rocks are laid down in an horizontal manner, and younger rock units were deposited on top of the older rock units. Next, we have William Smith. William Smith discovered the fossils could be used to correlate rocks of the same age. In 1815, he founded the principle of faunal succession, which is specific types of organisms lived during different intervals. And also, he is the father of English geology. Next, we have the relationships between eons, eras, periods, and epochs. Eon is the oldest, era is the older, and period is the old, and epoch is the youngest. Eons are divided into eras. Eras are divided into periods. Periods are divided into epochs. This is the relationship between eons, eras, periods, and epochs. Next, we have applying basic geological principles to the determination of the relative ages of rocks. First, we have principle of superposition. This means the layers on the bottom are the oldest and the layers above are younger. Take a look at the illustration. Next, we have the principle of original horizontality. This means the layers of rocks deposited from above in a gravity field such as sediments and lava flows originally were laid down horizontally. Take a look at the illustration. Next, we have the principle of lateral continuity. This means the layers of sediment initially extend laterally in all directions. Again, take a look at the illustration. One example is the Grand Canyon. This is the image of the Grand Canyon. Next, we have principle of fossil succession. This means the kinds of animals and plants found as fossil change through time. This is the illustration of fossil succession. Lastly, we have explained the difference between relative and absolute age dating techniques. On my left side, we have relative dating, and on my right side, we have absolute dating. When we say relative dating, it determines the correlation of rocks. It does not determine the exact age of a rock, and it is determined through geologic sequencing. When we say absolute dating, it determines the specific age of rocks. It uses radioisotopic dating wherein the parent elements and daughter products can be separated from the mineral, and it also uses carbon dating for fossils. Radioisotopic dating is for rocks, and absolute dating is determined through radioactive decay. So that is all for today, guys. This is Ferdinand Francisco Jr., BSED SOC Stud 1. This is my instructor, Mrs. Princess Balbuena. Have fun and enjoy!